So I've been streaming this game a lot, and whenever a player seems less experienced, I see them consistently making the same mistakes. So I've been keeping track of those mistakes, and I have them in this video for you. Here are 9 common mistakes that new and intermediate players make and how to fix them. And if you fix the last mistake, you'll become much better at the game, so make sure you stick around for that one. If you do end up enjoying this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe if you're new. We're close to 10k subscribers, so I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. So here we are with tip number 1, not air attacking enough. When you're getting hit, you should always be holding up, left, or right, so that if there's a gap in the opponent's combo, you can escape. Plus, it's really good for avoiding unblockable air resets. Taking too much chip. Instant blocking is free and gains you meter. The window's really generous and you can use it really well during certain special moves, just by mashing backwards since you're in block stun anyway. And because it makes you get pushed back less, you can get some really sneaky punishes that you couldn't normally get. But be careful, because if the block string's a little slow, then you can end up with an accidental backdash. Pressing on wake up. It's really tempting to try and get some hits back on the opponent after they've just full comboed you and are menacingly standing over your character. But more often than not, all that'll do is lead to more and more damage. Because your character is wasting time getting up, the opponent's already starting their next attack. You're at disadvantage. Because of the way that combat is structured, all you have to do is wait for certain specials, and then it's your turn. Saving your burst. A lot of people like to hold their burst for saving themselves at the end of the match, but I don't really think that's the best way for them to use it. You actually build burst really fast in this game. You build it from both blocking and getting hit, and it can be used in so many ways because it gives you advantage. You can use it to stop opponent's pressure, get rid of their projectiles, erase collabs, though I really recommend just using it whenever you get hit, since the opponent can't do anything if you press it immediately. You can get a whole bunch of free turns that way. But be careful about using it when you're not being hit, because if the opponent recovers and blocks it, you will get destroyed. It's really unsafe. Not using the anti-air. This one isn't very fancy, but it's probably the most common mistake that I've seen. Every character has an air unblockable move. So when people jump in on you, they literally cannot block it. You can use it to easily shut down aerial approaches, stop all free pressure that the opponent could get just from jumping at you holding up forward, because most of the time blocking an air move puts you at a disadvantage anyway. So you don't want to block, you want to purely stop them or avoid it entirely. Usually blocking an arrow move is just as bad as getting hit, because their turn isn't over yet. Not watching content creators. As simple as this sounds, one of the easiest ways to learn how to play a character is watching someone better than you and copying some of the moves and subs that you think look cool. They're happy better than you too. They let you see a whole bunch of situations that you would normally have to spend time labbing yourself, and different people approach different problems in different ways. So you'll see them using tools that you might generally ignore. And that's me talking specifically about Sora's 2M. That move is weird. You might even find new combo routes that you might like to incorporate into your game plan, because having more options gives the opponent more things to think about for getting the meter. So often people like to save their meter for their favorite situation, but oftentimes you can get value out of even a single bar by amping up the moves you already intended on using to extend your combos, to give yourself Oki setup. Another thing people do is hold corner pressure too when they should be using their invincible reversals. The meter's there for a reason, you gotta spend it. Even the super chat bar, you can use it for summons, you can use it for special move cancels, and it's okay to just spend the meter even if it's not the optimal situation, because all that'll do is get you familiar with using it so that you can choose to use it when you need to and when you don't. Doing too much. Now the game has a combo scaling feature, meaning more hits in your combo generally mean that you do less damage overall. You don't always have to press every single button before your specials and before you end your combos with your supers or whatever it is, because if you already notice that you put your hands on the other person they're getting hit, it's okay to skip a few steps towards the bigger, chunkier parts of your combo. Not only will it give you more damage overall, but it'll save you the effort and have less chances for drops. And the last tip, the most important one to me, is playing one character. That might sound crazy at first, because most people say just play one character. And in a way they're right, because you do want to explore and know your character fully. But there's a lot of mileage to be gotten from playing other characters. Not only to understand them and their weaknesses so you can fight them better, but to see where your character's strength lies, so you can see their strengths more easily. Nothing helps you appreciate your character's tools like not having them. And at the very least, you'll know that you're playing the character that's best for you if you get to try them all. There's a saying in Darkest Dungeon, to fight the abyss, one must know it. That's all the tips we have. If this video helped you out in any way, drop a like and let me know in the comments which tip you think is going to help you the most.